In this video, I'm going to look at Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is at a crucial decision point. And I'm going to show you what I'm specifically looking at.
Hi, I'm Martin. I'm the founder of Captain Crypto's Compass. I'm a trader and a professor at the Financial Freedom Academy. I am passionate about helping you to achieve financial freedom through the art and the gift of trading. I will be providing you with actionable technical analysis and insights on your favorite cryptocurrency projects to help you make better and more informed decisions. If you're ready to take your trading to the next level, you're in the right place.
So I've gone ahead and opened up the 1 week chart for Bitcoin. And I want to draw our attention to a couple of key things that I'm seeing in the chart. And the first one is the weakness I see with the 21 and 50 simple moving average on the weekly, and this all-important anchored VWAP that I highlighted here on the chart for us. An interesting thing, anchored VWAP, for those not aware, it measures the average price from a specific anchor point, and hedge funds and institutional traders and all of these guys use the anchored VWAP to determine good value. Generally, if you enter an asset at the anchored VWAP, you're getting it at a good average price. If you're trading above the anchored VWAP, you're generally considered bullish, and if you're trading below the anchored VWAP, you're generally considered bearish. So I've anchored the VWAP here. If you want to follow along, just go to your forecasting and measurement tools on TradingView, and the one I'm using is called the anchored VWAP. Click on that, click on the bottom pivot at roughly this $50,000, and it will plot this line for you. Now, looking at this pattern that I observed here, we can then see that price came back down, found support on the 50 SMA during the period here in August 2024. We saw a relief rally. We created a small double top. Bitcoin rolled over from roughly $106,000, $107,000, give or take, all the way back down to this anchored VWAP and the 50 SMA yet again. Very similar to what we saw here, support coming in. But I want to draw attention to this anchored VWAP specifically. We can see that price was battling up and down where this anchored VWAP is. We found the support, we created a double bottom pattern, and we had a reversal to the upside. And Bitcoin went from roughly $74,000 all the way back up to about $126,000. Now here, in this last dump, we saw yet another double top. Bitcoin rolled over from 126 all the way back down to roughly $80,000, give or take. Now, if we look at this anchored VWAP here, we can see that very similarly to our previous correction, we saw price zigzag around this anchored VWAP. And we can see we started created higher lows, and finally now this week, we have reclaimed the anchored VWAP. Now, this is a very important signal for me. This is very bullish for me, and I was waiting for this signal. And looking at this newfound momentum, if we just look at the Stochastics RSI, we can then see that we had this negative bearish move to the downside, and now finally we have a confirmed bullish signal on the 1 week Stochastics RSI crossing above the 20 level, which is a fantastic sign showing us that bullish momentum is re-entering the market. Now, with this bullish momentum that we've highlighted here then on the Stochastics RSI, I've gone ahead and just plotted logical resistance levels. Where are logical levels where we can expect Bitcoin to face resistance? Now, the first level that I've highlighted here is using a Fibonacci extensions, measuring from pivot highs to pivot lows to pivot highs, giving us this golden zone resistance area between 0.5 and the 0.618, between roughly $104 and $100,000. Now, what's interesting about this is look at the confluence we also have with both the 21 and the 50 simple moving average in this zone. We can see that the Fibonacci extensions is giving us this warning, and we are trading below the moving averages, and we can expect then that this zone will start acting as a lot of resistance. Now, unfortunately, this exact setup was present during our previous bull run, and we actually rolled over into a bear market. So let me just show you this warning here. This is nothing to trifle with. We need to take this seriously. During our previous bull run, we saw this double top, a pullback towards the 50 SMA as support, very similar to what we saw during the correction we had previously last year. We saw this double top, roll over, and here is the exact moment we find ourselves in right now with Bitcoin. We see this double bottom, relief rally push into these moving averages as resistance, both the 21 and the 50. We did not manage to have a bullish candle close above this specific resistance area, and Bitcoin rolled over into a bear market for approximately 308 days. Price went from all the way to from $46,000 during this time, give or take, all the way back down to about $15,000, give or take. And this was the bear market for Bitcoin. Unfortunately for us, Bitcoin is showing very similar signals.
Hey, hope you're enjoying the content so far. Please remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications.
Sending us those same signals. We can see the yellow line and the green line crossing down, and we can see how close this yellow line is to crossing below the green line. And this is the exact same setup. And we can also then see from the resistance point of view with the Fibonacci extensions and the simple moving averages that this zone will be absolutely critical, whether we see Bitcoin go into a bear market or push higher. Now, I've got two scenarios here. This is the bearish scenario. If we assume that Bitcoin pushes up higher into this resistance area and fails to hold candle body closes above the moving averages and this Fibonacci golden zone resistance area, I've done a little bit of digging and I went to the chart and this is the pattern that I saw. Now, given the previous bull run, this breakdown, I've highlighted this exact same sequence, a push up into resistance and a breakdown. And we saw a downturn of roughly 53%. Looking at this scenario here, we see the exact same pattern, a double top. Look at this pattern, double top. First top, pull back towards the 50 SMA. First top, we pull back towards the 50 SMA. There's our second top, breaking the 50 SMA and the 21 SMA. Relief rally towards those moving averages. Here's the second top, a breakdown of the moving averages. And we are currently in this relief rally attempt to challenge the moving averages. Can you see the similarities? It's striking. If we fail to hold above these moving averages, 53% from the bottom pivot will put Bitcoin at roughly $37,000 potential. And this is a major bear market signal that we need to take into account. But luckily for us, there is a silver lining to all of this. It comes in with the 2-week Stochastics RSI cross. And if I go back to my other chart here, I've actually went back in time and I looked at all the 2-week positive Stochastics RSI crosses in the chart. Let's just go to the 2-week and I'll show you what I found here. Now I went ahead, just opened the 2-week, and I looked for every single positive Stochastics RSI cross on the 2-week chart going back since the bear market bottoms in December in 2018. Now what I found was we had roughly 9 positive 2-week Stochastics RSI crosses since 2018. You can see there's a cross, and we saw an increase of roughly 335%. And I went ahead, calculated all of these crosses. There we go, there's a cross, there's the increase, there's a cross, there's the increase. And I averaged all of these crosses out. For what I found was we saw an average gain of roughly about 120% with this 2-week Stochastics RSI cross. So we're facing this bearish scenario in the face, but we also have the silver lining with newfound momentum entering the market with the 2-week cross. Now, interestingly enough, if we take this average gain of roughly 120%, this says just based on past performance, Bitcoin actually has the potential to push to about $178,000 with a 2-week Stochastics RSI cross confirmation. For us, we need to be careful with this signal because the confirmation has not yet triggered. We have not seen the 2-week Stochastics RSI cross above the 20 level, and that's what we need to wait for to see if this momentum has what it takes to push Bitcoin to the upside. And the battle zone that I highlighted here in my previous chart, this battle zone here between roughly $100,000 and $104,000 will decide Bitcoin's next move. So put this on your chart, look at these two scenarios, both the bullish scenario and the bearish scenario, and make sure you are prepared for both scenarios. As always, peace and love, and happy trading.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this content, hit the like button, hit the sub button, and hit the bell notifications. Also, remember to click the link in the description below to join my mailing list, where I'll be sending you free emails and trading videos, and also market report updates weekly to help you stay ahead of the herd. As always, this community would not be the same without you, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Peace and love. See you next time.